And now I want to choose a case study of who, in my opinion, is the #1 pop star of all time. This artist has been in the business for 4 or 5 decades of music. Every time she brings out an album, it changes pop music, and every single person, if you want to choose Justin Timberlake, Justin Bieber, Lady Gaga, or Britney Spears, owes her everything that they know. We're talking about Madonna. Madonna has single-handedly changed the entire genre of what becomes a pop star. She's done it because she's not the most successful singer. In fact, she's not the best singer. That would be Celine Dion in terms of range, or maybe even Whitney Houston. And she's not the best dancer. Michael Jackson or Paula Abdul may be better than her. But what she did was she chose great partnerships. She understood when a new genre of music was coming through, and she got the very best practitioners to work with her. So in the 80s, that would be people like Shep Pettibone, who were head of a sort of disco crossover scene. And then creating that amazing Ray of Light album came with William Orbit, who did a lot of ambient, disco, sort of house music. But she grabbed him and created something brand new. And she continues to do so. Okay, she might not need the money. But right now, I still say, without her, music would be a completely different thing. She embodies the diva, but also she can't be written off because you never know what she's going to come out with next. So let's take an insight into Madonna and turbocharge your brand TV.
When Madonna appeared on American Bandstand in 1984, Dick Clark asked the young singer what her goal was. There was no hesitation as she replied, to rule the world.
I think the first thing you think of with Madonna are her ambitions to push as many buttons as she can. That was Madonna's mandate from the beginning.
A talented young dancer, Madonna spent 2 years at the University of Michigan on a dance scholarship, but she just couldn't wait. She quit and headed off to New York. After a few years of struggling, Madonna's 1983 self-titled debut album launched 3 top 10 singles. This early rise to fame came at the perfect time, as MTV was just getting started. Madonna's ability to be ahead of the fashion curve was obvious from the beginning. She never followed the trends, she created them.
This doesn't sound like anything you've done before, ever. I mean, was that conscious? We want to do like some record that doesn't sound like it's ever...
No, my goal was to just work on a record that I wanted to listen to all the time. There are certain kinds of records that I always listen to. Most of them come from England, a few from France, and it's a certain kind of a sound. I can't describe it. And the only way to get that sound is to work with the people that make those records. So here we are.
1996 proved to be a good year for Madonna as she gave birth to her first child, Lourdes, and had a big screen breakthrough, taking home a Golden Globe nomination for her role in Evita. In 2000, with another new decade to dominate, it was time for Madonna to reinvent herself again. She moved across the pond and married filmmaker Guy Ritchie. They had their first child, Rocco, in August 2000. However, late in 2008, Madonna and Guy Ritchie filed for divorce. When she began studying the spiritual practice of Kabbalah, red Kabbalah bracelets instantly became a hip fashion accessory on the red carpet. In 2003, Madonna proved, after 20 years on the scene, she still had a few raunchy tricks up her sleeve. Her open-mouth kiss with Britney Spears at the 2003 VMAs became front-page news. In 2006, Madonna adopted a young boy from Malawi named David. She went on to produce a documentary in 2008 called I Am Because We Are, about orphan children in Malawi who lost their parents to AIDS.
I think that, the legacy that she leaves is this sense of music just as a mode of provocation, as a mode of stirring people up, getting a reaction, getting them to notice you and talk about you.
I think Madonna, is pretty much determined, to stay out there, to stay relevant, to make the music she wants to make, do the things she wants to do, and, in that regard, she's no different than she was, 25 years ago.